Well, the White House has shot back with a stinging rebuke after a federal agency recommended that Kellyanne Conway be fired for violating a law called the Hatch Act. Today, the U.S. Office of Special Counsel, not affiliated with Robert Mueller, in a report to the president said Conway violated the law by criticizing Democratic presidential candidates in her official capacity as counselor to the president. The White House, in a 9-page letter, said the report was based on, quote, numerous grave legal, factual, and procedural errors.
And here now to discuss, Alex Conan with Firehouse Strategies and former communications director for Marco Rubio's 2016 presidential campaign, and CBN's chief political analyst, David Brody. Both of you, thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Alex, to you first. What do you make of these calls to get rid of Kellyanne Conway?
Well, as David knows, I used to be a federal employee. I worked for Marco Rubio. I also worked in the Bush White House, so I'm very familiar with the Hatch Act, which basically says that as a federal employee, taxpayers are paying your bills. They're not paying you to be a campaigner, to do political activity. The problem is that a lot of these jobs, including Kellyanne's job, are inherently political. You're acting as a spokesman for the president. The president is talking about the Democratic candidate, so you're not supposed to repeat what he's saying. So I think the Office of the Special Counsel is trying to make an example out of Kellyanne Conway. She's not going to lose her job, but I think it's an interesting look at the Hatch Act and maybe how it's a little outdated for the world that we live in right now, where everything is so political.
Is Kellyanne a special case, though, David, given the fact that she was cited twice last year as well? This is kind of like a repeat offender, if you will.
I was going to use that line, repeat offender. Oh, you stole
We're
my
on the
line.
same wavelength.
Yes, and you know what? And here's her reaction. So what? As she said, blah, 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 I think was the quote. I'll see, let me know when my prison sentence starts. Yeah, typical Kellyanne. Look, it's just a recommendation. Nothing's going to happen from this, as Alex said. As I look down the list, Dan Scavino, who's over at the White House, actually had a Hatch Act violation against him. Jessica Ditto, another one. Rod Shaw, we remember him back in the day. Feels like back in the day, at least, with this White House. So there have been plenty, but once again, one time, a warning, and you move on. Kellyanne, a little bit different. Still, nothing going to happen.
And as we talked before the show, this is a bipartisan issue because we've seen this happen in former administrations, including the Obama administration with Kathleen Sebelius
and Julian Castro.